Welcome, mathematician. This is day 3 of lesson 25. Now we refine our work of fractions as tenths and hundredths. Okay, so it should be getting a little bit easier by day 3. This is the third lesson and the last lesson for this week. Here we go. 14 hundredths plus 6 tenths. Push pause. Check back and see if we agree. So in my brain, I am going to change 6 tenths to hundredths using that equivalent fraction strategy, times 10 times 10, because 10 divided by 10 is still 1, and 10 divided by 10 is 1, so 6 times 10 is 60. So that means this changes to 60 hundredths. So 14 plus 60 is 74 hundredths. Boom. Hopefully it's getting pretty easy. All right, here's the example. A farmer plants corn in 68 100ths of his field and beans in 3/10 of the field. What fraction of his field does the farmer plant with corns and beans? So you might get to on your test fill in a number model. So make sure you analyze and know how to do these. Obviously, if it's hundredths, then you've got 3/10 would be 10, 20, 30 for the beans. And then there's the corn is 68 hundredths. So that's 68 of the little squares. All right. How can you solve the problem using equivalent fractions? Same way we've been doing it. Probably changing that 3/10 to hundredths is the easiest. So if you're changing the 10 to 100, it's a times 10. And then you have to do the same up here. So you get 1. Because 10 divided by 10 is 1. 3 times 10 is 30. It's a lot, and you can actually just look at the picture and you can tell it's going to be 100 minus 2, which would be 98 hundredths. So some of you might have just looked at the picture and said 98 hundredths, but it did say how can you do it with equivalent fractions. That's how you do that. On page 529. Page 529, number 1. What is the sum of 7 100ths and 1/10? Show your work. Can you explain the problem using dimes and pennies? All right, so you can be ahead of me or with me. Hundredths is pennies because there's 100 pennies in a dollar. So that would be 7 pennies. 1/10 is 1 dime because 10 dimes make a dollar. If you're in tenths, you're in dimes. So 1 dime plus 7 pennies is 17 cents, which is the same as 17 hundredths. Okay, so if you're going to do it with dimes and pennies, that's always fun because money rules. Jared, Consuela, and Reggie have an ant farm. Jared collected 25th 100ths of the ants for the ant farm. Consuela collected 6/10 of the ants. What fraction of the ants did Jared and Consuela collect together? Show your work. Okay, so this is about ants. And the first thing my brain did was to think about who did more. Jared did 25 out of 100. Sounds like Jared did more, but that's not even half. Consuela did 6/10, more than half. She did a lot more than Jared. Now Reggie, I don't know. Jared, Consuela, and Reggie have an ant farm. Jared collected 25 100ths of the ants for the farm. Consuela collected 6/10 of the ants. So Jared must have done the leftover. Not Jared, Reggie. Okay. Draw a model to show the problem situation. Alrighty, so models are a little bit harder, but I'll go ahead and do I probably should do one because there's only, let's clear that. Whoopsies. Okay, here's my model. So here, that big rectangle represents all of the ants. So if Jared did 25 100ths, I'm going to do it this way. I better do it in tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, apparently I'm making it bigger. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes you just gotta start all over. Except we didn't want that to happen. We just want to clear annotations. So I'm sure you are way ahead of me. Sorry about this, know-it-alls, but I'm having a little trouble with my parts. Okay, I need 9 cuts for tenths. I'm going to do tenths first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Much better. I'm going to get a different color to represent Consuela is going to be purple. I don't know why I erased her name. I was really looking for a highlighter. Okay, there. Consuela has got 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the C. Different color for Jared. So Jared's got 25 hundredths. So that means 10, 20, and then 5. So it goes halfway. And that's Jared. Reggie must have the rest. What fraction of the ants did Jared and Consuela collect all together? Okay, so we got 6/10 for Consuela. Okay, so we got 6 plus 2/10. That's 8/10 plus 5. So we've got 85 out of the 100. See how I did that? This one, I guess this is 25 hundredths. This is 61 hundredths. Or 6/10 would be the same as 61 hundredths, right? Times 10 times 10. How much do they do together? That much of ants. Again, we don't know the total ants. Could be thousands. Probably not exactly 100 because that would be hard to do. All right, so that's our model. That's weird. Is there not a number 2? That is number 2. So if I asked you how much Reggie did, bonus, 15, right? There's 15 left, 15 hundredths. Heath has 100 trading cards. Space exploration cards make up 7 100ths of his card collection. Baseball cards make up 7/10 of his card collection. Together, the space exploration and baseball cards make up what fraction of Heath's collections? So this is all about cards. And we are trying to find out, second read, what are we trying to find out? Heath has 100 trading cards. Space explorations make up 7/100ths of his card collection. Baseball make up 7/10. So right in my brain's like, 7/10, a lot bigger than 7 out of 100. So he's got way more baseball. Together, the space exploration and baseball cards make up what fraction? So we're trying to find out what fraction. So the answer will be a fraction. These are all fractions, so that part's easy. All right, important numbers. Heath has 100 trading cards. That's important. Space is 7 100ths. That's space. I'm going to use a different color for the baseball. Baseball makes up 7/10. So then we're trying to find the together. All right. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and solve it first before we go down here and find out what Urza did. Okay. So baseball is 7/10. We change that to 100ths. It's going to be our times 10 times 10, which is 70 100ths. Way more than 7 100ths. So 70 plus the 7 gives the total of 77. Okay, so the correct answer is C. And there's our proof. Urza chose C as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? Well, he must have got it the same way we did. Ezra chose C as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? Chelsea chose D. Oh, wait. Ezra, you are wrong. You got caught just like me. I got jumped to that one because it was the first 77 I saw. I think that's what my brain did. Hopefully you're screaming at the screen and going, no, Mrs. Novy, you are wrong. Jeez, I am just like Ezra. It is this one. I wrote the right answer, 77 100ths, and then I chose the wrong one. Yes, happens to me. Maybe that happens to you too. So Ezra chose C. I think I just jumped to the 77 personally. I don't know if it's what Ezra did. Ezra probably added the 100 plus the 100. So that's probably what I would write here. He probably did 70 100ths plus 7 100ths, and then just did 77 200ths. But we know that's not how you add fractions. So Chelsea is correct, and she probably did it like we did. And probably chose the right one. All right. Well, that was a fun mistake. Page 531. Which equation is true? That means we got to check each one. Well, except this looks very odd. We know that can't be true because that's just what Ezra just did, right? You can't just add the denominator. Bye-bye. This one might be true because you can change that. This one might be true. This one, not possible. Well, possible 8/10. No. Okay. So this one, 8/10 is the same as times 10 times 10, 80 hundredths. So 80, that would be 80 plus 3. Nope. Yep. That one is true. There's my proof. I chose the right one this time. This one, it's not going to be more than 1. It's not possible because 11/10 would be 1 and 1/10, which is like our math joy this week. 1 and 1/10. So yeah, not possible. Just one of these is right. Hopefully you agree with me. Page 531, number 5. Noelle rides her bike 5/10 of a kilometer to the library. Then she rides another 22 100ths of a kilometer to her friend's house. How far does Noelle ride her bike in all? Adding again. So 5/10 to the library plus 22 100ths to the friend's house. Okay. Easiest to switch that 5/10 to hundredths. We just multiply the denominator by 10, multiply the numerator by 10, so we have 50 100ths. So this changes to 50 100ths plus 22 100ths, which is going to be 50 plus 20 is 72 100ths, because the denominator stays the same, of a kilometer. Let's see if I can choose the right one this time. I wonder how they got 27. Oh, they have 27 right there to trick if you're just going to add that. Don't get tricked on that one. Don't get tricked on that one. Choose this one. Now, where did this one come? 225. Oh, they're just putting the 22 and the 5 together? Yeah. Good try. Didn't trick us. Number 6. Fill in each box with either a 10 or a 100 to make the equation true. Oh, this is a little bit like the math joy. A 10 or a 100. Well, we're going to end up with 6100, which is 60 hundredths, which is 6 dimes, or 60 cents. Fill in each box with either a 10 or a 100. Well, I can't put a 10 here because 20 tenths, 20 dimes, that's $2. Okay, that's not possible. So this one's got to be a 100. Okay, so that's 20 of the cents. So this is 20 of the cents right there. We got to get, well, I guess I could leave that. And we got to get to 60 cents if you're doing it money style. So we need 4 dimes. We need 4 dimes right here. 40 cents. How do we show 40 cents? 4 dimes. There you go. 4/10 plus 20 hundredths. So I did it money style, but I also knew that I just cancellation there. 20 tenths does not work. 20 dimes is bigger than 1. What is the missing fraction in the equation below? Show your work. 6/10. I think I'll change 6/10 to hundredths. That strategy, equivalent strategy, should help us. 6 times 10 is 60. Okay, so now if we have 60 100ths, because that's equal to that, plus what equals 82 100ths? Boom. This is a lovely answer. I think I see my favorite number coming in here. Let's do green. Oh dear. Let's go back. That looked odd. Okay. Yes, 60. How many hundredths do we need? 22 hundredths. Yay. Okay, next one. This is number 7. I think I might have something weird here. There's number 8. Tell whether each equation is true or false. So you have to check each one. Yeah, they keep doing this. They keep trying to trick you, but you know better know-it-alls. You're not going to add a tenths and a hundredths. That's like the easiest thing to check for right there. Yeah. Interesting. So these look better answers because they're in hundredths. So let's check and see. 4 tenths plus 4 100ths. So 4 tenths would be the same as, you probably could change this to a 40 100ths, right? Times 10. You're probably doing that in your head now. Times 10 times 10. So 40 100ths, 40 pennies plus 4 pennies is 44. Yes, agree. 1 penny plus 9 dimes is not 19 cents. 1 penny, 9 dimes, that should be 91 hundredths. Denied. On page 532. Number 9, Ramona has $100. Sorry, Ramona. She spends 60 100ths of her money. Okay, that's funny. 60 100ths. That would be $60 of her money on a pair of sneakers. She spends 3 tenths of her money on a tennis racket. What fraction of her money did Ramona spend? Show your work. So this is about money, fraction of money. They do give us the total this time, which is interesting because we still are just going to put a fraction of the money. I don't even know if you need that, but we do know that this time. Let's do second read. I guess we've already said. That's what we want to find out. Fraction of her money. Important numbers. Ramona has $100. She spends 60 100ths of her money on a pair of sneakers. She spends 3 tenths of her money on a tennis racket. What fraction of her money did she spend? Okay, so she spent this much on the sneakers, and then she spent 3 tenths on the tennis racket. Okay, so hopefully that's not a problem. I do not know. All right. Ramona spends blank of her money. So 60 100ths plus 3 tenths of her money. That's okay. So I'm going to change the 3 tenths. I'm going to change 3 tenths to hundredths times 10 times 10 is 30 100ths. Okay, so I changed that to be 30 100ths. So that will be 30 100ths times 10 times 10, right? There goes the zeros, equals 90 100ths, which is $90 because that's how much money she has, but they want us to say what fraction of her money. So put it as a fraction. They want a fraction, they get a fraction. 90 100ths of her money. Cool beans. Probably number last one. I do believe so. Number last one. Exit ticket. Use words, equations, or pictures to explain how to solve the problem below. Jasmine walks 6 tenths of a mile to school. Then she walks another 29 100ths of a mile to the library. How far does Jasmine walk in all? So first, your brain might think 6 tenths, 29 hundredths. Which fraction's bigger? A lot of people say this one, but we know 6 tenths is over half. 29 100ths is not over half. Okay, use words, equations, or pictures to explain how to solve the problem below. She walks 6 tenths of a mile to school, then 29 hundredths of a mile to the library. So we're trying to find out how far she goes in all, so we will be adding. Let's find the important numbers in green. Jasmine walks 6 tenths of a mile to school, 6 tenths of a mile. Then she walks another 29 hundredths of a mile to the library. Okay, so we get 6/10 plus 29 100ths equals what? Okay, so we can't just add this. We must have a same size fraction. So let's change those tenths to hundredths. And you're probably ahead of me by now because we're getting really fast at the times 10 over 10 for 60 100ths. Okay, so this changes to 60 100ths. And then 60 plus 29, 60 plus 20 is 89 100ths of a mile. Bum, bum, bum. So that's using the equivalent fraction style, but you can use pictures, money, however you want to, number line, all those ways would work. All right, so that's page 532. I believe that is it. Let's check to see if there's, yep, that is it. So tomorrow you'll take the test. Tomorrow's mini lesson, we'll go over some of the practice problems. So watch the video on that. Have a great day, mathematician. Bye.